friends, and welcome back to this channel where we talk about relationship. First, I would like to apologize for not being able to keep up with the weekly video as we promised. It's due to some circumstances beyond my human control, and I sincerely appreciate those of you, the subscribers, who reached out to me asking why have we not been getting the videos, what's really going on. But I promise you, as from this moment, we try as much as possible to keep up the promise. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your love. And I thank you, my other subscribers, for being there, for keeping up the hope and keeping this house sane. And we continue to do our best to make sure that we give you our best while we learn from you also. So today we shall continue by talking about the other signs of abusive relationship. So today we shall be talking about 4 signs. Number 1, we shall talk about control. We talk about yelling. We talk about contempt, and we shall talk about excessive defensiveness. I still remain your host, Sister Clementina Akinyosotu. So guys, let's go right into it. Number 1, we say we shall be talking about control. That is excessive control. This happens when your partner seems to be overly interested in your life. Yes, it's a very good thing to be interested in the life of your partner, but when you are overly interested, that is, they do not even have their own life, they cannot do anything without your consent, they can't even think, they can't even be themselves. It's a kind of monitoring and being the one to decide whatever they will do, whatever will happen, and you don't even have your own choice. You can't even make choices of, okay, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to wear, and things like that. Your partner has to be the one to control everything you do. That is what we call excessive control. And if you notice this in your relationship, it is nothing but an abusive relationship. And number 2 we shall be talking about is yelling. That is shouting. We've talked about it briefly. Of course, in every relationship, it's normal for arguments to occur. But when it becomes something that is like happening often, it's a kind of repeated occurrence, it's no longer healthy. When you are always shouting on one another, you're always arguing, you will see that you can't even make headway with that type of argument, with that type of discussion, that there's no time you can discuss peacefully without it leading to argument. You will see that is nothing but an abusive relationship. That relationship is not healthy. Your arguments should not even be that often, and they should always end in a kind of agreement. You disagree to agree. So when yelling is becoming the order of the day in your relationship, especially if it is done by one part, that the other part will have to be silent when the other one is yelling, it becomes an abusive relationship. Another one we shall be talking about is contempt. What do we mean when you say you have contempt for something? It means you don't even see them as a human being. As in, you don't even see their worth, you don't even see their value. You don't really appreciate them for who they are. So when one partner continues to see the other person from that angle of not appreciating them for who they are, then there's a problem when you start considering yourself to be better than your partner, or start seeing the other person as being worthless. If you feel in your relationship you are the type that is seeing the other person as being worthless, then that relationship, you are the abuser there. And if you feel that, okay, your partner is seeing you as being worthless, I tell you, my dear, that is an abusive relationship. So when you feel contempt for something, you don't really see their value, you don't really see their worth. And if you're in any relationship where you are not valued, when your worth is not being seen, then it is an abusive relationship. And the 4th point we shall be talking about is excessive defensiveness. When in your relationship you feel as if you are at the war front, where you have to always defend yourself. You have to always defend yourself because you always feel as if you are being attacked. Your discussions feel as if it's a kind of battlefield. So you have to be always on your guard to defend yourself. Even when you are going to see your partner, you're already thinking, if he says this, I will say this. If she do this, I will do this. Already you are becoming excessively defensive. You always feel as if there's something to defend. There's something to defend. I must not let down my guard in this way. Then you are not free in that relationship. And as we have been saying, if you are in any relationship where you are not free, where you cannot be yourself, it is nothing but an abusive relationship. So in our next video, we shall be talking of other signs of abusive relationship. Stay tuned and remain blessed.